All right, guys. So we're at phase three, and I'm so excited. We going to work, guys. We're creating this value, this use value that you can use, and you can always reference this training and kind of get an edge on the books and kind of get an edge on your money. You know what I mean? So phase three, understanding leverage, turning a 50% profit chance into an 80 to 90% profit chance. So here's where we begin to dig into how we are an elite sports pick service and how Game Time Gurus is a difference maker when it comes to uh, basically your money. So leverage. How do I gain the edge over the sports book? So now that we know the playing ground, how do we gain the edge? How do we get in a position where we can win? Okay. So number one golden rule: watch the games, man. Right? Sports books don't have time to watch every game. You got to keep your eyeballs on the game because you want to know who's hot and who's not. So the sports books, they depend on statistics to come up with the spreads and the totals. And we'll talk about this later, how at the beginning of the season, which we have an early bird special, football season is about to start while I'm recording this video. We got a couple of weeks. This is the end of July. Excuse me. We got a couple of weeks before college and the pros start the regular season, right? Now, the books use statistics to come up with the spread and with the total. So, but when there's not a lot of numbers to go off of, the lines are going to be a little bit softer. So that means the beginning of the season, if you ask any sharp bettor, any sharp investor, they love the beginning of the season of college football as well as in the NFL because the numbers are great, okay? So this is where you have the edge when you're watching the games, guys, because when you know the teams, when you know who's hot and who's not, injuries and more importantly, tendencies. When you know tendencies of teams because you're watching them, you're able to capitalize. You're able to use that leverage and then come into what we love is the live environment and begin to capitalize through live betting, right? So if you're going to invest in sports, guys, you need to treat it like a business. So NFL Sunday Ticket and NBA League Pass, as well as the MLB package, they're great tools to have so you can stay up to date on every team and know who's doing what. Because you want to know who's doing what. That's the number one way you gain an advantage. Once you know that, then we're going to go to the next slides to show you the best betting positions. So leverage. So what are the best betting positions on the board, to create that 80% to 90% profit chance? Where should I be? Where should I put my money? Who should I be looking at? So a lot of people think, oh, it's the teams, it's the favorites, it's who's the best team. No, because that line can kill you, man. You can have a good team, and they might have to cover 10.5 points. And, man, that dog fights them the whole way, and they only win by 3. They're a good team, but they only won by 3. It happens all the time, okay? So the Game Time Gurus love total bets, right? Especially the over. Now, let me show you why we love the over. Here's a couple of reasons why. The over is a very attractive position for us, especially the way we do it in the live arena, in live betting, because that's how we do. We're going to show you how to play live. I love live action because I can make adjustments, right? So when I just place a move out there and hope it hits, I can't make adjustments. But when I go into the live betting portals on these sports books, when I'm looking at the game with my eyeballs and I see the momentum is shift or I see an injury is taking place, I can make adjustments and hedge my money, right? So the over, this is the reason we love the over. So number one, the over is based off 2 teams scoring and not who wins or loses the game. So basically, understand this: 2 teams scoring. All professional sports in America are built on scoring. The NFL, the NBA, the MLB. Fans do not pay money to see good defense. Yeah, it's cool to see some opposition. So you can see somebody get broke down, or you can see somebody run over somebody to get into the end zone. But fans want to see scoring, and so the league knows that, the refs know that. So these games are built for scoring. This is why the over is a beautiful move, right? Also, you got the whole game to get it. And many times I've hit the over in the first half. I hit it in the third quarter. I've won. I had my money in the bag before the game was over. But you got the whole game to get it. With the under you put a cap on your money. So basically, if you say, okay, I'm gonna take this under at 47, or let's just use, 47. I don't think they're going to score more than 47 points. But the thing about it is they got the whole game to get it, and you're putting a cap on it. So you're gonna be at the end of the game like, please don't score, and they're gonna score because you should have stayed with that over, because that over is what you got the whole game to get it, right? And then at number 3 point, like I said, all major sports these days are designed for offense, guys. We got an article. We'll go to that at the end of this full training. We're going to go live online with look at certain articles, things like that. But I was reading an article about baseball, and they're mad at the commissioner because they feel like the balls are juiced, because now these teams are just knocking it out the park. And they did that, and they are juiced because they know fans are not going to sit there and watch a boring game of a whole lot of pitching. They want to see home runs, guys. So that's why we love the over. So number one, that's a great place to be, the over. And we're not just saying go in the books and just pull the trigger on every over you see. Now, we're not saying that, because definitely the under hits a lot of times. But we got select ones that we watch. We watch the offenses. We watch the quarterbacks. We watch whatever sports we're in. If it's baseball, we're hitting in the MLB with the over right now, looking at the bats. So it's different equations, but it's a great move. All right, best positions continue. Finding an undervalued dog. Now, this is a great one, too. These I call the fighters, right? So you want to get a fighter with points. This is when you know you got leverage. When you got a team that you know can beat this team, but because of all the perceived what is it called? The public attention on a favorite. Maybe it's the Patriots. Maybe it's KC because of the youngster. We're talking football. Maybe it's somebody. Everybody's favoring this team, but you see it different. You see this other team, this undervalued dog. Man, they're gonna fight them. They got defense and they got offense, and they're gonna score with them. And guess what? I'm taking these points. So these fighters, man, put you in a great position, And so this is where watching the games and knowing who's hot and who's not comes into play. Now, remember, the books are not watching the games like you. Sometimes they slip and give a team points when they don't deserve them, right? So they're what we call them the undervalued dog. They're giving you points and you don't deserve them. And it's forced because maybe the public perception, like I said. So always look for a good fighter, guys. That's another great position to be in. This is these nuggets that I'm giving you. You can take them, and even if you don't become a paid member with us, even if you don't, want to come in and get this mentorship and stand on our shoulder and make the moves that we make, you can take this information and you can start winning in the game. All right, leverage best positions continue. Sorry. Last but not least, the money line. So I remember when we first started, that's how we started getting our confidence. We started playing the money line. Because we wasn't used to points. We wasn't used to totals. We wasn't used to all of that because we're so used to betting, our friends. If you're born anywhere south or, where they didn't have sports books like Jersey and Vegas and up East Coast, where you don't have a sports book, then you're not used to how the sports book works. So when we first started, we did a lot of money line work and we won a lot. Money lines can be risky, but if you're hitting the right ones, getting on the right ones, you're good. But this is what the money line is. Remember, the spread is what the books use to force action on both sides, right? So as well as create that coin flip. They want you to be on a 50-50. They don't want you to be 80. They don't want you to be on the 80%. They don't want you to be on the 90%. They want you to be in a 50%, 50-50 chance. That way they got a chance to get you. Okay? So sometimes you got to roll with your instinct and pick winners outright. So sometimes in your gut, hey, man, there's no way this team is going to beat this other team. So, these are what I call insurance bets. Remember, the odds and the money that you're going to, the odds are a little bit higher. So that means, like that example, minus 220 for the Patriots. That means for every 220 I bet, I just get $100, right? So that's why they do it like that. So you could kind of consider the dog when it comes to the money line, right? But if you recognize the favorite is going to find a way to win, this is a great opportunity to capture that money. It might take a little bit more. It might take 220. That's why when we talk about bankroll management, we're going to focus in on getting deep in the house's money, that in the house's pockets. That way, when you lose, you're just losing house money. Or when you have a insurance bet that you're trying to capture $100 for 220, then you say, okay, I got that to do that. I know this game. I see it going the way I need it to. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this line. All right, guys. So that's it for this particular phase. We're already to phase one. I hope you guys are enjoying this training, guys. I hope it's informative. I hope it's simple enough so you can grasp it. I hope I'm giving you what you need to get your juices flowing. And like I said, at the end of this training, we got some bonuses. Not only that, we got bonuses. Not only that, we're gonna go into, go on the book, show you how to create your accounts, kind of play with the money a little bit, let you see the money, kind of get you stirred up in that area. Okay, guys. So that's it. We'll see you on the next phase. Phase 4, the reason we can say sports investing and not gambling. This is exciting. We're finna tell you the game time guru difference, the difference between the other pick guys and us. Okay, guys, see you in the next training.